Alright folks, welcome back. So patch 1.12 is live on the common test server. There's a new video as well as patch notes, but let's do a Unicum react and give you guys my insight as well as show you guys the pictures of the 3D styles for the upcoming Battle Pass Season 4. But let's take a look.
World of Tanks keeps changing, receiving new features. Now, we are ready to put a new iteration of changes to the test. During the common test of Update 1.12, you'll be able to try improved technical characteristics of certain premium vehicles, new interface improvements that will allow for more efficient gaming. Steel Hunter mode will be rebalanced and feature some long-awaited changes. And a new way of getting World of Tanks premium account and other in-game items. But first things first.
So before we start, it's actually a very quick patch compared to 1.11.1. We just had this patch last week. So we're getting the test server in a week. And that is very quick. And we're likely getting this patch early March or something. But that is very quick. So if we're doing like buffing and tweaking of vehicle stats, can we buff like FV4202, Panzer 58s? That's pretty good.
This year, we'll rework more than 15 Tier 8 premium vehicles that have become far less efficient over time.
$15? Holy crap, that's good.
Some players still remember them and would like them to become relevant again. It's high time we gave them the second birth. Many vehicles will receive complex improvements which will affect their key technical characteristics. These changes will be added to the game step by step. Here's the first batch of changes scheduled for the upcoming update. The STG will get improved stabilization, fire rate, and engine power.
Nice.
These changes will help it be more efficient in the second line of combat and even at the forefront. The T-34-3 will receive improved dispersion and aiming time, while its durability will be increased by 100 points.
Thank God.
This buddy will be able to unleash its damage potential easier, and enemies will be much more afraid of its gun. The STA-2 will now spot enemy vehicles more effectively, aim faster, and fire more accurately. It will become an efficient support vehicle. The Super Pershing stabilization, mobility, and turret traverse speed will be significantly improved. Now, this American medium can react more swiftly to changes on the battlefield, and it will be more effective in close combat. These vehicles will retain their gameplay and battle roles, but now it will be easier for them to play their roles. Basically, in Update 1.12, gameplay will be improved for all players, regardless of the vehicles they drive, thanks to interface improvements. With this update, we'll introduce some of the best user modifications to the game. In random, ranked, and grand battles, players will be able to view the total hit points of the teams. This feature is useful when the standard count of destroyed vehicles is not enough to assess the situation properly. This function is essential for understanding the balance of power on the battlefield. We'll also introduce a spotted icon to the right panel where enemy vehicles are displayed. Players will be able to check which of the enemy vehicles have already been spotted. Together with the minimap, this function will help players predict enemy positions more accurately. You'll be able to view the result of your previous battle while playing the next battle. The battle results will pop up just as the battle ends.
Ah. Now, before we continue, all the mods you see with the HP bars and the spotted or not spotted icon, those are actually in XVM, which I had been using for a long ass time. So some people complain, let's remove all the mods and all the stuff for the game. Well, why are they introducing the mods into the base game? Because they're actually pretty good. I don't know.
And here's a feature that will aid accurate and fast shooting. We've added the option to set the default aiming magnification. Now, upon pressing the corresponding key, you'll enter sniper mode with the magnification you set. All these changes will help you keep track of the combat situation and navigate the battlefield.
Okay, also, increase the zoom mods, please. Give us like X32 or even more, 64 zoom. Because sometimes when you're trying to hit weak spots, you have to zoom in a little bit more. So the less pixel you have to navigate around, the harder it is. So give us more zoom mod. Also, can we have the testing map so we can just drive or test drive the premium tanks on this map and test out the shooting stuff and the mobility and stuff? Like War Thunder, quote unquote.
But there's a mode where enemy locations and statuses are always unknown. A mode where you can rely only on your own skills. The new season of Steel Hunter begins with update 1.12. All vehicles for this mode will be reworked. We'll change their hit points, penetration rates, and much more. We'll also introduce some additional internal modules to ensure more diverse combat situations. After we've introduced all the balance changes, vehicles will start performing their roles better. Each vehicle has its own personality, but it does not mean that any of the vehicles are inferior to others. This will allow you to pick vehicles based on your playstyle instead of efficiency. Additionally, some nice features will be introduced to the mode. Replays will be added to Steel Hunter. Battle replays will allow players to watch the most intense moments of their battles, share them with friends, or even send them to the RNG show. Replays are stored in the game main folder. You can also watch a battle in spectator mode. Once your vehicle is destroyed, you can keep spectating the battle from the point of view of the player who destroyed you, and then as the player who destroyed them.
Auto-loading.
When playing in a platoon, you'll spectate your platoon mates while at least one of them is still intact. Whatever happens, you'll be able to spectate the battle until it ends. And finally, in the new Steel Hunter mode, you'll be able to complete stages of Battle Pass. Now,
that's good.
You don't need to play in specific modes to progress through Battle Pass.
That's good.
All modes are available instead. This will help you complete Battle Pass stages more easily, just like the next feature.
Oh, this one is actually muy gusta.
Blueprints are very useful for researching new vehicles. However, if you already have plenty in stock, consider making use of them right now. You'll be able to exchange blueprints for various in-game items for a certain period of time. Training manuals, customization elements, crew members, and days of World of Tanks premium account. We're introducing this feature in the test mode. If you enjoy it, we'll add it in the future.
Crew member doesn't matter for Crew 2.0.
Join the update test, try out the balance and interface improvements, and share your feedback. Let's make World of Tanks better together. Good luck on the battlefield.
Well, let's see if Crew 2.0 actually comes out, but it's nice if you can exchange blueprints for crew members. It's always good. So let's jump to the patch notes, but quickly glance through it. So buffs to the STG, STA2, Super Pershing, T-34-3. Guns more accurate, moves a little bit faster. Increase DPM slightly by 130. Huh. Interesting. So that's good. Also, this thing has pretty good accuracy for a sniping heavy gun. So, okay. Super Pershing gets faster for some reason. It has armor, so I don't think buffing the DPM will that'll be a little bit overkill, but okay. STA2 now has more view range and better at accuracy and aim time. That's good. 0.37 accuracy is not that great. So, okay. And T-34-3, the gun's atrocious in terms of accuracy and aim time. So, 0.4 seconds of aim time shaved off. That's tremendous. So, now it's about 2.2 or 2.3 with a good crew and vents. That's very good. So, interface, like I said, all mods from actual XVM. So you could use it in XVM now, but it's helpful. and that's why it gets put into the game. And zoom mods give us more zoom, so not X8 or something, or X25 I think was the default. Sometimes I use X50 or more just to aim at weak spots a little bit better, but hey. Steel Hunter is back, different buffs and stuff. Alright, you can also progress with Battle Pass, so that's good. But replay also supported now. I wanted to show you guys a few excellent replays where I didn't shoot one shell and still won the game. So that didn't happen because replay wasn't available, but oh well, that's good. Blueprint Fragment Exchange. Excellent. I love this. I have a bunch and already researched almost everything, so that's great. You can get stuff now for your, or you don't have to get tanks. You can just exchange the blueprints for good stuff. So it's like a currency. That's also nice. Alright, Steel Hunter. The Russian and the German improve armoring. That's nice. They weren't as played as much as the British or the American, quote unquote. Increase HP, penetration of the guns at the highest tier. Alright. Patton gets a better turret of the hull as well. Decrease HP, increase armor of the chieftain. Everybody was using the British, the chieftain-esque of the FE 4202/4201, but everybody was using it. Exchange of blueprints, improve track visualization. Just basically add mods to the game, base game, so that's nice. Technical details. Ooh, Basante gets better gun depression at the ass. That's nice. Frontline version. Also, wow, turret traverse dramatically increased by 25%. That's crazy. Also engine power. There's no engine power buff. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm blind. And STG and STG guard. Great patch. So let's take a look at the buffs to the vehicles. But now STG has 2100 DPM. Accuracy is great. Aim time is not bad. I put vents and rammer with optics. So now you can actually snipe across the map. The only downside is aim time is a little bit long. So you could put like enhanced gun lane drive to help out with the aim time. But 2.3 isn't the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. But 0.31 accuracy is actually pretty good for a Russian gun, dealing 390 alpha. That's actually pretty good. So that's the loadout I go with, but it's a sniping medium tank. Armor is obviously not the best, but you could bounce a few shots with a turret. So it's more in line with the K91 line, if you played that line. But DPM, not bad. Alright, mobility, buff slightly, so faster to rev up. But alright, still good. Concealment, not bad, above average for medium. And view range with the optics is 418, so I would give it like a 8. Actually, the only downside is the aim time. That's all I could think of. Also, the rear mounted turret. I think it was a fully traversable turret, so it's not the worst. But 6 degrees of gun depression is a acquired taste, so I still think 8 out of 10. It's not bad. Alright. DPM buff. Super Pershing. Aim time accuracy, yeah, American. DPM is also not the best, but it has the spacing of the space armor, the screen armor, if you will. But this thing could move now. 15.58 horsepower per ton ratio with the turbocharger. Top speed of 45. Is my normal Pershing the same speed? Let's take a look. American Pershing. Buff the T25 pilot number 1, please. That would be great. Pershing is faster in terms of horsepower per ton ratio, but I also have the turbocharger. This thing doesn't have as much armor as the Super Pershing, but it's faster. Obviously, the optics will help, but even with a good crew, the DPM is not that well. Alright, so Super Pershing is like a Pershing with armor. It's not as slow as before, so that's funny. Historically, this thing was not reliable in terms of speed. It gets broken down in terms of the engine. This thing gets dramatically buff. Aim time was huge. 0.4 seconds of aim time. That is dramatic. So 2.33 seconds of aim time now. Not bad for this gun. For the 122 D25T copy. That's pretty good. 0.39 accuracy. Also not bad. Considered the garbage 0.44 accuracy to 0.42. Not bad. Also, is it faster? I don't think it gets an engine buff. Nah, it did not get an engine buff, but dispersion got buff, I think. Still pretty decent. Also put Coda Optics because view range is not great, but now it's more likable, I guess. It did not get buffed. And this thing gets a DPM buff. So DPM actually gets DPM and accuracy buff. 0.34 accuracy, 1.8 seconds of aim time. It's a DPM machine, but if this thing would have like 2400 DPM, maybe it'll be a little bit better. Maybe if they buffed the 59 patents DPM to about 2400, that would actually make that vehicle viable. And give it accuracy, aim time and stuff. It already has some, but alright. Still pretty quick. And view range is dramatically different. So 20 more meters of view range is excellent. Now let's take a look at the exchange for blueprints, which is pretty nice since I have a lot. There it is. So you can change for 2D styles. Oh, I already have this one, but you can exchange 20. Only 20? That is cheap when you think about it. I have a bunch, but I already use a bunch. That is not bad, but this style is not the rarest. I wish to see some of the rarer ones, like the pink style from last summer's Hot Rod event, which I did not participate. So tragically did not get that pink style that I wanted. So yep, premium days, 10 for 1 day, not bad. So if you have a day off, exchange 10 for a day of premium time. That's actually pretty good. And get some credit grind or crew skill grind or XP grind. That's always nice. Crew members. Now this is not a female crew. This is a 100% crew with one skill. It's still good for a base vehicle, like you don't want to train a 75% crew or 50% crew in that matter, but it requires specific nation of the blueprints. So these are more rare compared to the universal, but you can have 5 crew members right off the bat without training for the base skill. So you can have like 6th sense or safe stowage right away, which is dramatically better than having a 75% crew. That's always nice. Training booklets, 5 for the basic one. Oh, okay, it's not bad. I'll train it happily. Why is the German one cost only 1, whereas the Russian one costs 5? If it costs only 1, that's great. If it costs 5, a little bit expensive for the cost, but it's still decent. So yeah, fuck the Russians, buff German tanks. Which is the whole concept of exchanging blueprints, making them into a currency, is actually very nice. So there are like 5 different currencies. That's great. Are there any bond vehicles? Nope, no bond vehicles, none. You can get the equipments, but no bond vehicles. And legacy tanks are still there, so whatever. But I love the concept of changing blueprints into a currency because I have a lot. Like if I can exchange like Japanese blueprints for like crew books or premium time. I actually don't get premium time for crew members. Japanese crew members, but technically that's still pretty nice. I have a lot of Russian a lot of Russian booklets as well as Germans. I already use most of it too. I already use it for researching like higher tiers. Not that much French though, but very nice concept. So before we finish with the garage, there is one new hidden vehicle in this patch, and that is the Skoda T45. It's a premium tier 7 Czechoslovakian heavy tank. Blah. So it kind of looks like the stock turret of the TVP VTU at tier 8, but has a slightly sleeker hull compared to the tier 8 or tier 6 premium. So it is a Czech heavy tank, but I'll do a hidden vehicles video about this vehicle later on. And let's finish up with the 3D styles for this patch. So already mentioned on my YouTube comment page, but for the next season of Battle Pass Season 4, there are 3 styles: the Object 705A, the T110E3, and the 121. So you get your commander for different nations, yada yada, and the 3D styles. I have no idea what the cost is. I presume it's a little bit more compared to the previous seasons, like 50% more, because there are 3 styles if you want to buy the battle pass, but you obviously could get one for free, so who knows. But but I'll show you guys the styles page for now. So here is the Polar Bear 705A. It kind of looks average-ish. It's a blue background. It has all Antarctic exploration symbol for their emblem, but yeah, that's the Antarctic symbol. Blah blah blah. It has a snowmobile in the back. Nice. Doesn't have the snowmobile tracks, but it has harpoons for the top of the turret. I give this skin a like 7 out of 10. Why are there plywood for the top of the it has plywood for the top of the roof for the engine deck. That's interesting, I guess. Large snow shoes or tracks to help out with the snow, but alright. Some space. Oh, that's for digging out from the ditches, snow ditches. I don't know. It has harpoons and skis. That's a big ass harpoon too. Can we use the harpoon and just shoot it at another tank? Nah, that would be cool. That would be way too cool. You can't have that. More stuff, more garbage. That's always good. I like garbage. Alright. Very, very decent. It's okay. 7 out of 10. It's not the best looking skin, so it's average. Here is the Welsh Blues T110E3. Kind of reminds me of the Big Daddy from BioShock in terms of the mantlet. That would be cool if we have a Big Daddy T110E3 skin with a drill hand like on the side. That would be excellent. I'll give it 10 out of 10 right away. But mantlet cover, lots of fuel tanks in the back. There's a crane, a lot of garbage, stabilizing dozer in the ass. It's not an artillery gun, it's close, but what the hell is that? Like torpedoes? Oxygen tank, I presume, but kind of looks like torpedoes. Okay. This one's a little bit better, in my honest opinion. It has the searchlights. The mantlet cover mostly reminds me of BioShock-ish. So I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It's compared to the previous skins. I think previous skins are a little bit better, don't you think? With the Patton or the Mantis T5051, that's pretty nice. But yeah, these skins are a little bit watered down, little bit. Antarctic emblem, yep. So it's not a competition anymore between 2 different nations. It's one nation, I guess, for Antarctica, or close enough. Alright. Now, finally, we have the 112. Well, not 112, 121. The Icebreaker 121. So this is bulldozing for the ice. Still the Antarctic symbol. It has a ladder. Another snowmobile in the back. Nice. Everything has one. Ladder. It looks a little bit more Christmassy than the one for the 705A. Alright. But compare this style to like the Patton. I say this a little bit. The Patton's a little bit better. They covered up the Dushka. And there is a gun sleeve, but doesn't look that, enticing, I guess. Alright. I mean, they're junk. So I will give this one a 7.5 out of 10. If it has a different like white-ish of a base paint, I think it'll be a little bit better than the green paint. But then again, nobody's doing combat in Antarctica, right? Nobody's doing combat, right? I have no idea. Oh, there you go, folks. All the skins for the 3D styles of Battle Pass, but you also get 2D skins throughout the whole progression. So there's the ice version of the skin. So you can apply it to any vehicle, but it's only a 2D skin. So this one is actually based on a 2D style of a skin. I would say this one's an 8. It's not bad. It's standard blue and black with some white stripes, so not bad. And here is the another version of the skins. You get 3 skins with a 2D style, but this one is the snow track version. Everything's good other than the tracks, but the tracks is like stylish points, I guess. So it's like a, I'll give it 8 also. It's not that hideous to look at. 8. Simple, sleek design. And the final skin is the icicle. And this one is also not bad compared to a 2D style. It's okay. This one, 7.5. It's not as sleek as the previous ones. Yeah, not as sleek. It looks a little bit more jagged. Then again, it is icicles, so 7.75 out of 10. And for the next season of Clan Wars, you have 2 new skins. One is the dragon skin. And I'll give this one an 8.5 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. I'm a geek, so it doesn't stupid nerd. But I love this skin. It's green, it's scaly, has dragon symbols on it. Yeah, hell yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It's actually pretty decent for a 2D skin. 9 out of 10. Yeah, I like this one a little bit more than the icicle ones. But yeah, it's a little bit more fashionable, if you will. And another skin for the Clan Wars, it's Lunar Expedition or something, but kind of looks like the skin tight suits of Mass Effect. So you can see the ass of whatever. Has the little plating, looks like the advanced suits of Mass Effect, whatever. But if the entire vehicle was one color, I would give it a little bit higher of a score, I think. But it is a style, looks a little bit better on the IS-7, so I'll give it like a 8 out of 10. There you go, 7.75 out of 10. But it's not as good as the Dragon's scales. So there you go, folks. Patch 1.12 on the common test server. So give it a go. But the most thing, or the biggest thing I am looking forward to is the exchange for blueprints, because I have a bunch of blueprints, and the buffs to the premium tier 8s, which is always good. But yeah, this thing is actually pretty nice, turning blueprints into a second currency, which is excellent. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll do a hidden vehicles video for this patch, but it's only the Skoda T45, so that's the only new hidden vehicle in this patch. But this patch was pretty quick compared to 1.11.1. It's only 1 month, so that's a big go for me. So can we see buffs to like the Panzer 58, the FV4202? Which other premium tier 8s do I like to see a buff with? Premium tier 8. These two doesn't need a buff. Krivslovsky's KV4 is a special tank. Buff it a little bit would be great. IS-6, IS-6 always has been in the dump. Give the IS-6 like 5 more rounds or 10 more rounds of the D25T, please. That would be great, but Panzer 58 needs a buff. Same goes with the Schwartz Panzer 58. Yeah, Tiger got a buff originally, but Pilot number 1 needs a buff. This thing it's so obscure now. It's not featured in any of the sales for like 2 or 3 years. So this thing needs a buff. But Revalorise, this could have a buff. It's not that great. obscure, but 112 could need a buff. WZ 111 could need a buff. Yeah. They said 15 vehicles, so we'll see which 15 premium tanks are getting buffed, which is not a small number. But thank you guys for watching this video. That concludes it for 1.12. I'll do a video for the Skoda T45 coming soon. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.